We see you, Tay. But let's talk about a coach, man, who's not supposed to be here. Antonio Pierce. My man said we was gonna do our mantra going into this game was by any means necessary, and the Raiders lived up to that. All I know is I cut the game on. I seen a pick six. Is Mahomes, or is it the Wizard of Oz? Because I know that happened in Missouri. Like, is he clicking his red heels? Talking about, I wish I was home. I wish I was home. Mahomes, not right now, because you're not looking too good. So we just got to talk about it, man. The Raiders stunned in a sloppy Chiefs team, man. With two defensive TDs, 20-14 on Christmas Day. That's a bad way to open presents. I guess they stayed up too late. Shout out to Taylor Swift. We just gotta react to that right quick, man. Dave, what did that game teach you, man?
The Chiefs are not.
That's what they are. That's what they are.
The Chiefs are not this unbeatable team that most people thought that they would be going into the season. The Chiefs are not the Chiefs of the past. They have fallen into some woes, man. Patrick Mahomes is not playing well this year. Let's just be honest about it. His stats are very similar to Baker Mayfield. I don't think anyone thought that was going to be the case this year. Um, let me go to my notes so I can say exactly what those stats are, because I didn't think that was the case. I believe that Baker Mayfield has 25 touchdowns to 9 interceptions.
Mm.
Patrick Mahomes has 25 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. Um, that is not good for Patrick Mahomes. This is supposed to be the best quarterback in the league that I think everyone had pretty much had agreed with just about. Even some Ravens fans had agreed that Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. And with him being the best quarterback in the league, there were some things, even though the receivers have the most drops in the NFL. We thought Kadarius Toney would step up and be good this year, but we see that that's not the case. Rasheed Rice seems to be coming to form and actually playing well. Travis Kelce is not even though we thought that Taylor Swift was helping him out, all of a sudden now Taylor Swift ain't helping him out. So what's going on with Travis Kelce? He's had multiple drops that could have been touchdowns this season. The Chiefs are just not playing well. And then Antonio Pierce has turned this Raiders team up. So there have only been two coaches with the highest winning percentage in Raiders over the last 25 years, and they're both interim head coaches. It was Rich Bischotta with a 58% win percentage, and now Antonio Pierce with 57% win percentage. Look, I'm not a Raiders fan. I honestly do not like the Raiders, but as people remember, if you watched the show earlier this year, a friend of mine who passed away, he's a Raiders fan. So I'm speaking I'm speaking for him. If you want to get back to Raiders football and be a competitive team, you better hire Antonio Pierce as the head coach. You will be making a mistake if you hire someone else other than him, because this team is rallying around him. This guy, he's a Super Bowl champion. He knows what he's doing. And he ain't out there calling plays, but he got them doing what they need to do. Keep him there, and it'll help the team out. Now, as far as everything else, the Chiefs in trouble. I don't think the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl this year. I think I picked that in my preseason, and I'm sticking to that now. I don't think that they go to the Super Bowl. Their defense has been awesome. Their defense has helped them out this year, but their offense just can't seem to get it together. Patrick Mahomes is not playing well. They never really had a run game, so I can't put it on the run game. But Patrick Mahomes is not playing. He's playing too much mistake football. So unless they somehow get it together within these last 2 weeks, I don't see how they make it to the Super Bowl. I think they're going to lose somehow, some way, and they honestly have if they don't win these last two games, the Raiders can actually come back and win this division. If the Raiders win out and the Chiefs lose these last two, the Raiders can win this division. Now, I think that the Chiefs will win the division, but all I'm saying is it ain't a foregone conclusion. So Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs better get it together.
Man, I guess they need to shake it off, but they're not gonna be able to do that because Andy Reid came out and said, he said they played a better game than we did today. Sound like a mantra that's been happening for most of the games that's been happening this season. Again, Mahomes is not looking like himself this season. I mean, he can have an off year. That's the grace that we give a Super Bowl winner such as himself. But their model, and Joe, you said this one time in the chat. I don't know if you said it on the show. If so, either way, I'm still gonna give you credit for this. Where the Chiefs are taking the Patriots mantra, where they want to say we're going to put all our money in our offensive line. We're not going to really pay our wide receivers, and we have our tight end, we have our quarterback, and everything else can just rotate in that type of scenario. Their defense is balling out this year. It's another thing Joe called before the season started. Shout out to you again. But again, it's something about when the receivers you put on the field can't catch the ball. You can't keep blaming the quarterback all the time, but something needs to change there. Do they need a new wide receiver coach? Was it really Eric Bieniemy? I know it's been a roller coaster where we were saying about they don't miss EB, but do they miss EB? Was it EB or was it not EB? It really don't matter because right now it's showing that both they miss each other, honestly. Like what's happening in DC, EB's like, just not what I'm used to. And it was happening in KC. They like, this is not what I'm used to. So I guess they both missing each other. For me, if the Raiders win this division and Antonio Pierce doesn't get this job, something's going on here. Because it was it Rich Bisaccia? That's his name, right? When he came in and won those games for them boys, I was like, this is your coach right here. This is it. And then they let him walk out the door and they bring in I'm not even gonna say his name, it's not even worth bringing up. They bring him in and you see what happens. This team is playing for this guy. It, like you said, he's not calling the plays, but he probably walked in that locker room and said, by any means necessary. And if you with me, then you know what that means. It's kind of like Marshawn Lynch. Like if Marshawn Lynch was a coach, I think some people would want to go play Prime. He coming in like Coach Prime. He giving them something to believe in because they could have just said, "Forget this season, we done." Went out there and did their thing, man. Shout out to Jack Jones too because that pick six wasn't. He saw a high stepper. So for me, this game taught me more so about the Raiders need to make the right call, and the Chiefs just need to have some soul searching in this offseason. Go ahead, Joe.
All right, Tomo, you took the words in my mouth. Let's say this right here. The Chiefs have the number 2 defense. Repeat it again. They have the number 2 defense. Mahomes won the MVP last year. I'm going to say that again. He won the MVP last year. Led the league in passing yards last year. So why is your pass rush ratio, you throwing the ball a lot more this year than you did in your MVP season when you don't have the weapon? So Andy Reid is for you. Because like, he got all the credit, right? Eric Bieniemy ain't calling plays, right? Matt Nagy ain't really calling plays. It's Andy Reid, right? Andy Reid, why are you throwing the ball 44 times when the offense that you're going against has 62 passing yards? They only 2 touchdowns came from you throwing the ball and you being too pretty, handing the ball to him. What the heck was that? I don't know. Like, now, if you're going to do that, don't do it in your own territory like that, deep in your own territory. Like, come on. That's danger zone right there. So, I'm looking at the numbers, y'all. Did y'all know that this is the highest pass percentage Mahomes has ever had since he's been since his whole career? Do y'all know that? And we constantly complaining about the receiver. So why are we putting the game in these receivers' hands? Why aren't we running the ball more? Right? So that's what I don't understand. Why they won't hand the ball? Like you said, Tomo, they're trying to play the Patriots, right? Okay, what the Patriots do? Before Randy and them got there. What do you do? Led with the rush. We going, if Brady got to make a play, he's going to make a play, but we trust the defense. We got to punt the ball. We're going to punt the ball. Unless you playing Peyton Manning, it's 3rd and 4. We're going to try to get the first down. Tell you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, outside of that, we're going to punt the ball, and we're going to rely on the defense. Right? Sometimes punting the ball is better than trying to do all this extra crap, passing the ball 3 downs in a row. Do the ball 44 times. I don't get it. Right? But look, another thing, right? I don't know if y'all can hear it. These people turned up in my house, right? But look, do y'all know that this year the Chiefs has had 7 games so far, scoring under 20 points? In Mahomes' whole career, they had 6 total. 6 total. And this year, 7. So it's a big problem, but Mahomes ain't playing well. the offensive line is not playing well. Only thing that's playing well over there is Pacheco when y'all actually give him the ball and the defense. Because Andy Reid is not doing a good job himself. So that's my 2 cents on that. Oh, I want to give a shout out to the Raiders too. I agree. Antonio Pierce need to get the head coaching job. All right. If I'm them, I'll probably wait until the end of the season, so let the season ride out and give it to him. But they better not move off from him because they moved off last year after they made the playoffs without not even being a playoff pitcher. So, and gave the Bengals a run for their money. Should have won that game. That wasn't a catch by T. Higgins, by the way. But yeah, Raiders, be smart.
I don't know. That might have been a catch. But let's talk about that division before we get out of here, man, because Broncos was in the basement. They fought their way back. Raiders were in the basement. They fought their way back. Chargers, you let me down, man. Use my pick. You were supposed to be the number 1 team in the AFC. What's going on, Kellen? What happened to Justin Herbert? He was this guy. And you see what happened when that coach get over there. I ain't gonna say nothing because my quarterback had to deal with that coach for a while. He had some good seasons. Numbers look good, but y'all see how it turned out. Anyway, Raiders got the Colts up next, and then the Chiefs got Cincinnati. We don't even want to talk about Cincinnati right now. I don't know what happened to them. Told you, Mason Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. But by any means necessary, we're gonna get to this next topic. Before we're gonna get this topic out the way, then
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.